Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous class, we have studied about what is Java, what languages does the machine understand, what is a binary language, pseudocodes and flowcharts, how to install the JDK, how to install the editors, and a sample program. So in today's class, we are going to learn about the features of Java, what are variables, what are data types, how we are going to get the output from the Java program, and how we are going to give some input to the Java programs. So without wasting some time, let us start about this. So the very first feature is portable. So what is this portable? Java is platform independent as I had told you in the previous video, which means that if you are going to write one application in one platform, it can be understood and it can be run on multiple platforms or any other platform. The second very important feature of Java is secure. The Java platform is designed with a security feature built in languages and the runtime systems such as static type checking and compile time type checking, as well as runtime checking, that is security manager, which let you create the applications that can't be invaded from outside. Java is dynamic. It has the ability to adapt and evolve to the environment, which supports a dynamic memory allocation, due to which memory wastage is reduced and the performance of your Java application is going to get increased. The fourth one is platform independent. Similar to the first thing, that is portable. Here, here Java code is compiled into intermediate format, as I had told you, that is the byte code, which can be executed in any of the systems of for which Java virtual machine is ported. That means you can write a Java program once and run it on your Windows, Mac, Linux without recompiling it. So the slogan, as I told you, write once and read anywhere. The fifth one is object oriented. Now, what is this object oriented? Everything in Java is considered as an object which possesses certain states and certain behaviors, and all the operations are performed using these objects. So, about this object, we are going to study in our very next video in detail. Sixth one is robust. So, what is this robust? Java has a strong memory management system. It helps in eliminating errors and checking the code during the compilation and the runtime. So with this property, you can create your applications in very easily in a small amount of time. Next is interpreted. Java is compiled to bytecodes. As everybody knows that Java is compiled to bytecodes and are interpreted by the Java runtime environment. So that is the reason why it is called as interpreted. Now the last and the eighth one is multi-threaded. What is this multi-threaded? We can build multiple applications, or you can build an application with many concurrent threads of activities, resulting in highly interactive and responsive application. That is, if you're going to use a multiple windows or multiple functions in your same application, you can run them or you can interact with each other very easily or and very responsively. That means that Java is multi-threaded. So after this, let us see what is platform. So many times we have told platform. So now let us see what is a platform. Platform is a combination of a processor and an operating system which is going to result in your laptop, your tablet, or your mobile phone is known as a platform. So your tablets, your PC, your mobile phone, your desktop, all these things are called as platforms. So after this, next let us see what are variables. So variables are the containers which holds the value, or a variable is assigned with a data type. Now, if you have to see what is a variable, if you can see here, this is a circle. So this is the radius of the circle. Now, here the value of the radius, if I'm going to calculate r is equals to 2. Now, what will be 2? Then the perimeter of the circle. The perimeter of the circle will be 2 into pi into r. Now the value of r that is there, that is 2 here. So 2 into pi into 2. So what it is? 2 into 2, that is r, and into the pi value, that is 3.142. So if you're going to calculate this, you're going to get the value of that particular circle. So if you're going to see here correctly, so the value that is going to change, the changing value of that particular content, so this is called as a variable. So here you have two things, one is the variable and one is constant. Constant are the values whose value is never going to change, and the variables are the content whose value which is going to change throughout the program. Now, if you're going to see the second example here, that is the area of rectangle. So the area will be is equals to length into breadth. So if you see here length into breadth, then I have given A and B. There are two variables assigned. Now, if you're going to write a Java program for that, then it will be int A is equals to 10. Think that I have taken it as 10, and int B is equals to 5. For now, just ignore this int. Now let us see it in the next concept. So int A is equals to 10 and int B is equals to 5. Area of rectangle is A into B. So area is equals to A into B. So it will be 10 into 5, that is 50. Now, if you are going to see some memory allocation over here, if I'm going to give int A, then this value that is there, the variable A's value is going to go and it is going to sit in the memory allocation over here, that is 10. In the same way, if I'm going to give int B, it is going to go and sit in the B. These are not already there, but as you are going to assign a new variable, a memory will be allocated to that particular variable over here. And again, if you are going to have this A here, so this also will be int A. So this variable A will store its value, that is the resultant value, in this particular memory allocation over here. So in the same way, the memory allocation is also done for the other things whenever you are going to initialize that particular variable. And always remember, in Java, the variables are given with the data types. The variables are given with the data types. There are other types of variables also, that is instance variable, static variable, and local variable. These variables we are going to see it in the next coming sections. These are a bit difficult to understand, a bit advanced content. So let us see them in the further coming videos over here. The next concept that we are going to learn here is called as the data types. Now, what are these data types? Now, let us understand that Java that is there, this Java language is typed language. Now, why it is called as a typed language? All the variables that we are going to assign over here, all should have a certain type of data type which will be associated with them. So these data types will come in two types. One is non-primitive data type and the second one is primitive data type. So the non-primitive data types that are there, we are going to see in the further sections of our videos. These are a bit advanced level of data types. First, we are going to see the simple data types that are the primitive data types. Primitive data types are the data types which are already present, and we can also create our own data types which are called as non-primitive data types. So these non-primitive data types we are going to see in the further sections of our video because these are a bit advanced in version. So now we need to tell the data type. You might think that why do I have to tell what data type are we using? Why should we initialize this data type? We need to tell the data type of a variable so that in the memory it is going to allocate the exact size of block for that particular data for your program. You have some primitive data types over here, that is integer, byte, short, long, float, double, boolean, character. So if you have to see this, how is the memory allocation done here? Int is going to take a 4 bytes of memory allocation. Long is going to take 8 bytes of memory allocation. Float is going to take a 4 bytes of memory allocation. Double is going to take again 8 bytes of memory allocation. Boolean is going to take 1 byte of memory allocation. Char is going to take 2 bytes of memory allocation. And a short is again going to take 2 bytes of memory allocation. These are the standard memory allocations for 64-bit 64-bit size. If you're going to take a 32-bit size, these might again differ here. That is, the long is going to take a 4 bytes of memory allocation. Long is there, that is going to take 8 byte of memory allocation. So you need to worry about this, as when we are going to write the programs, you are going to understand it. If you are going to write int a is equals to 10, so in your memory here there will be some allocation of 4 bytes. So 4 bytes is equals to 1 byte is equals to 8 bit. So in the same way here, 4 bytes will be allocated for this a. That is, this 10 will be distributed into 4 bytes, that is zeros and ones combination. In the same way, if you're going to use string, so this is a non-primitive data type which we are going to study later. In the same way here, long, float, double and other things will be assigned for you. Now let us see the next content of today's video, that is the output. And let us see how to get the output from a Java program. When we have to take an output from our program, we always have to remember one line, that is system.out.println, and always whatever we are going to write in the double quotes of this system.out.println, it is going to print you the same content out. For example, if you have already typed here as hello world, it is going to give you in the output as hello world. Or instead of typing hello world here, or in the double quotes, see if you have typed some name, for example I have typed Rohit over here, so the same thing will be given to you as an output here. This content that you are going to type inside your double quotes is always known as programmer's content. Let us see it in the form of a program. So the other day I had told you how to create a program here and how to install Eclipse IDE. So here today let us see how to get the output. So I'll just be writing a simple program, that is system.out.print. So as I told you, whenever you want the output from your program, you need to remember one line, that is system.out.println. So now this system that is there, this is a class which is already present, and this print that is there, this is the function which is already present in your Java JDK packages. So if you just run this program, here you're going to get the hello world. You will be getting the output over here. So this is how easy that is there. If you're going to type anything except for hello world, or if you're just going to type something, like I just told you that I'm going to type a name of a person. Now, if I'm going to run this command, so you are going to get the output here. So if you're going to write anything in the double quotes, the same thing will be given to you as an output here. Now next, what I will be doing is, I'll just be giving hello world here. Same hello world, hello world and the semicolon. The same hello world I'll be pasting this again. I'll run this program. So now you can see that hello world, it has been printing in a same line. But whereas here I have given it in two different lines, but yet it has been printing here in the same line. So how you are going to do this? You have another function over here, that is println. So once you are going to give it as a println, now you can see that hello world and the next line hello world is being printed. So this ln that is there, it is going to tell the compiler, hey compiler, you have to print the content in the next line. So next the compiler is going to understand and it is going to print you in the next line. So now this is one type of output that you can get. Say that think that you don't want that as well. So you have another option here. You just have to give a backslash and an n. So once you're going to give the backslash and n, the compiler is going to understand here that you are printing it in the next line. So if I just save it here and if I run it, now you can see that the compiler has understood it and is printing it in the next line. Now if I'm going to take system.out, okay, there's a shortcut key, sys.out control and space. You're going to get the system.out.println line for you. Next here, if I'm going to write hello world, we are hello world, we are learning Java here. So if you want to print hello world in one line and we are learning Java in another line, so you can do that as well. That is, the simple thing is you need to just add a backslash and an yen over here. The other content will be printed in the next line. So you can see hello world, we are learning Java here. Here, if you see hello world is being printed. Why it has been printed in the same line here? Because the new line token is not being used here. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to put an ln over here and I'll just give it a run. So you can see hello world, we are learning Java here. Why is it giving a space here is because after this yen character we have used that particular space. So if you don't want that space, if you just need it together, then you need to just omit that space from here. So this is how you can get the output from the Java program. Here you have a simple pattern to print, that is a star. 4 stars in the first line, 3 stars in the second line, 2 stars in the third line, and 1 star in the fourth line. If you have to do this star pattern, you can do it in two ways. Now let us see which are the two ways here. First way, how you can do it is add 4 stars here in this line, 3 stars here in this line, copy it, paste it, and print 1. And I'll just be commenting this line. So later I'll tell you what is comment in Java, how you're going to comment in Java and what is this. Now if you see here, this is not a new line, so it is printing all the things here in the same. Okay, if you get the output here, it is showing you 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars and 1 star. So this is a pattern that we wanted and we have printed it, right? If you want to print it using the same line, you can also do it with your backslash yen content. So how to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4 backslash yen, 1, 2, 3 backslash yen, 1, 2 backslash yen and 1. So this is the way how you're going to print it. So your printing is done. So this two forward slashes that I have added here, these are called as comment lines in Java. So what is this comment line? So you want to add that content in your program, but you don't want the output of that particular content in your program. So for those kind of things, you're going to use the comment. So this was how you're going to get the output. So these are the three ways how you can get the output in Java from your programs. Now we have seen how to get the output. Now let us see how to give the input. To give the input, always we are going to use the scanner class. And this scanner class is already present for us in java.util package. Now what is this package? Package contains the programs which are already written for us, which you can add in your program and you can use them. So those things are called as packages in your Java. So how to write this scanner class? Now let us see. Input. So now here in the very first thing, first you need to import that particular package. Which package is that? Java.util package. So how you're going to import it? You just have to give import java.util.star and semicolon. So this is how you are going to import. First we are going to write a scanner class. Scanner sc is equals to new scanner. So always in Java, everything revolves around an object. So this is an object that we have created. We have created a new object of this scanner class. Now what is a class? What is an object? We are going to see them in the next videos. So now here, after doing this, you need to add one more class here, that is system in. So now why system in here? So this is a class which is already present here. So when you were taking the output, you gave system.out.println, right? In the same way here we are going to use system.in, that is we are taking the input from the system. Now to store these input, now we took the input, now we have to store it in some containers, right? So to store it in the container, that is from the user, you're going to write, now for example, sc.next. So what is this sc.next? So this sc.next that is there, these are functions. Okay, now so you have the system enter your name, and here you have name s is equals to next and system dot out dot println of name. Now let us see how you are going to get the output. So you have enter your name. I'm going to enter Rohit, and if you see here the output I'm going to get is Rohit. Okay, fine. Now let us just change our input of slightly. I'm going to give the full name of that particular person here, and I'll just press it as enter. Now if you can see here, there are two tokens over here for this full name, but what I'm getting here, I'm just getting one token for me. So how is that and why is that? So whenever you're going to use this next function that is there, here it is going to take only one token. So if you want two tokens, or how many tokens are there for that particular line, if you want the output of all those particular tokens, then you need to use next line. You need to use next line, and remember L is capital in there, and save this. Now if I'm going to give two tokens over there, now you can see the both the tokens that I have given are given as the output here. So in the same way, this is not only the one function that is there, you have many other functions like next int, next float, next double, next long. These are all the functions that are there in this scanner. Now let us see one simple example on how you are going to write it with the integers. Now let us write one simple program to give input to the program and get the proper output. First we are going to add our scanner class. So after adding the scanner class integer a, and next we are going to give integer b, and then we are going to print the sum is equals to a plus b, and we are going to print the sum. So total how many lines of code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have almost 5 lines of code. Now let us see how those 5 lines of. So again here we are going to use the scanner s is equals to system.in, but here at this time we are going to write here enter number 1, and in the same way here I'm going to use next int. Why? Because we are using integer here. So here I'll just give it as, I'll pass the variable as number 1, and this will be the integer int num1. So in the same way, I'm just gonna copy this, copy it, paste it. So this will be enter number 2. And remember, when you're going to give the variable names, you should not give the space between. And after that, I'll just be giving int sum is equals to num1, or else you can just substitute this num1 with an a, and this num2 with a b. A plus b. And what do you want to print? You want to print the sum. So save this. Let us run this over here. So it is asking you for the number 1. So I'll be giving 5. And next, enter. It is asking you for the number 2. So I'll be giving the number 2 as also 5. Or we'll just give it as 8. Enter. So you can see that the number it is giving you the added content, that is 13. If you are going to do the multiplication with the same thing, now copy, paste. If you are just going to use multiplication, a star b, always remember to put the star between a star b, and you want to print the multiplication value. So save it, run it. Let us see. A value is 2, b value is 4, the sum is 6, and their multiplication value is 8. So these are the right values that we are going to get. Now let us take a simple example. Let me take x into y divided by x minus y. X value I'm going to give it as 100, and y value I'll give it as 50. So what is this? X star y divided by x minus y. So if you are going to see it in the mathematical format, 100 into 50 is 5000 divided by x minus y, that is 100 minus 50 is 50. What is the answer you are going to get? you're going to get the answer as 100, which is mathematically correct. Now, programmatically, if you're going to give it as x cross y divided by x minus y, I'll just be commenting this sum value here. I just want the number 1 and number 2 to be there, and the multiplication in this I'll just be adding a star b divided by a minus b. Alright, and let us run this program. And remember, we need to get the answer as 100. So what was the number 1 is 100, and the b number was 50. So what is the output here? It is giving you the value 0. Why is it giving you the value as 0? I'll explain it to you. Rather, here when you are writing it in the programmatical format, you need to give it in this way. So first you're going to calculate that, and then you're going to calculate your a minus b, and then you're going to divide it. Now let us see whether we are going to get the output as 100, 50. Yes, we are going to get the output as 100. Why is this like this? Now, here in your programming, your board mass rule does not apply. What rule does it apply? It applies the operators rule. It applies the operators rules, that is, first the multiplication operator will be done, and then your division operation will be done. After that, there is something called as modulus operation, which will be used to calculate the remainder. Then you have your angles, and then is your plus or minus. So the first priority will be given to your multiplication and division. So now if you're going to give it like this in your programmatical way, it will think that first you have to do 100 into 50, which it will give you the result as 5000. So this is good. After that, what it is going to do, it is going to divide it by 100. So if you're just going to divide it by 100, you're going to get the answer as 50. Now 50 minus 50 is equals to 0. So that is the reason why it is giving you the value as 0. When rather, if you are going to use x star y in the parenthesis divided by x minus y inside the parenthesis, because parenthesis holds the priority here. Parenthesis hold the first priority before your multiplication or division. Now, if you are going to calculate it, that is x into 5000 divided by 50, you're going to get the answer as 100, which is equivalent to the answer that you have to get according to your mathematics. So these are the small fundamentals of Java which you need to follow. These fundamentals are very important if you are a student for your examinations, or if you are going to attend any of the competitive exams or any of the aptitude exams for companies. These type of questions are really very important. In our next video, we are going to study about object, class, how we are going to create an object with the help of the class, and all the other things in our next video. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.